Last 30 minutes. Jungkook and Jimin are ready to take off to Switzerland, Vietnam. Incheon International Airport has once again become the center of attention of the K-pop world. In the last 30 minutes, the atmosphere at the airport suddenly turned boisterous after the appearance of two BTS members, Jungkook and Jimin, who were rumored to be ready to take off for Switzerland and Vietnam for an important international agenda. Since the afternoon, hundreds of soldiers have crowded the departure area. Although the official schedule has not been announced in detail, the rapid movement of staff, tight security, and the presence of international media reinforce speculation that this trip is not just an ordinary trip. Comes with an iconic airport-style look. Jungkook looks casual but still steals the show. Wearing an all-black outfit with a hat and mask, the aura of a world star is so felt. Meanwhile, Jimin comes with a softer and elegant style, combining a long coat jacket with neat pants, making many fans immediately refer to him as the airport prince. Both look casual, yet professional. Jungkook waved to the fans several times, while Jimin gave a warm smile that was immediately greeted by hysterical shouts from the army. Swiss and Vietnamese destinations mark big agenda. Based on the information circulating, Switzerland is suspected to be the location of a photo shoot or agenda of world-class fashion brands, while Vietnam is associated with music projects, global collaborations, or promotional activities on an international scale. Internal sources said that the trip had been carefully prepared, with a busy schedule and high security protocols. No wonder Jungkook and Jimin's presence at the airport only lasted a short time before they were directed directly to the immigration area. Army-made heartbeat. On social media, hashtags like #Jungkook Incheon, Jimin Airport, and BTS Global Missions skyrocketed in minutes. Many Army admitted that it was goosebumps to see the last 30 minutes before departure, because it felt like witnessing a small history that would culminate in a big project. Every time they fly, there's always a surprise, one fan wrote on X. Switzerland and Vietnam, this is definitely something big, another commented. Meaningful takeoff. Shortly thereafter, Jungkook and Jimin disappeared from public view. Flight information indicates their plane is ready to take off, marking the beginning of a new journey full of mystery and high expectations. Although only seen for a short time, this moment in Incheon again proves one thing. Wherever Jungkook and Jimin step, the world will always follow. Army now can only wait and prepare, because if BTS has moved, the big surprises usually stay, counting down the days. From the end of the runway to the sky. From the end of the Incheon Airport runway, the plane carrying Jungkook and Jimin slowly moved. The lights of the runway lit up, becoming silent witnesses of the departure of two global icons who have always managed to steal the world's attention. In a matter of seconds, the plane's wheels lifted, marking a meaningful takeoff. For many Army, this moment is not just an ordinary departure. There is a sense of excitement, pride, and curiosity mixed into one. Jungkook and Jimin's every trip brings a new story, and this trip to Switzerland and Vietnam is believed to open the next important chapter in BTS's global journey. Speculation continues to grow. Until this news is closed, there has been no official statement from the agency. But precisely therein lies the tension. Fans and international media are constantly monitoring every little detail from connecting flight schedules, possible appearances at major events, to unexpected collaborations that may be announced in the near future. Some industry observers even said that this trip could be a signal of an international project that will shake the end of the year, both in the world of music and global fashion. The Army is preparing for a surprise. On social media, one sentence keeps repeating. If Jungkook and Jimin have taken off, then the surprise is only a matter of time. Armies around the world are now on alert, monitoring airport updates and waiting for news from Switzerland and Vietnam. Every photo, every snippet of video, and every little rumor will be the subject of hot talk. Cover. The journey may start from the last 30 minutes at Incheon Airport, but the impact could be felt for days, even weeks ahead. Jungkook and Jimin again proved that their small steps are capable of moving global attention. As night begins to envelop Inchin's skis, Jungkook and Jimin's trail slowly disappears from view. No more camera flashes, no more shouting of their names. All that was left was the army's phone screen still on, waiting for one little tidbit from the direction of the sky they were now headed. This departure is not just a cross-country trip. It is a symbol of the relentless movement of two global stars who continue to step forward, carry the BTS name, carry dreams, and carry the hopes of millions of fans around the world. From the end of the runway to thousands of kilometers above the clouds, every second of their journey seemed to be filled with unspoken prayers, enthusiasm, and curiosity. Switzerland and Vietnam are now new points of attention. Two different countries, two different cultures, but one most likely the same. Something important is being prepared. Is this the beginning of a new musical project, unexpected global collaboration, or a strategic move that will reaffirm Jungkook and Jimin's position on the world stage? Until now, everything remains a mystery that is deliberately left open. For the army, waiting is part of the journey. Waiting for updates, waiting for leaks, waiting for surprises. Every notification that comes in feels like your heart is beating faster. Because experience has taught one thing: every time BTS moves in silence, the world will immediately be made rowdy. Tonight, the plane carrying Jungkook and Jimin has flown far away from South Korea. But their presence is only getting closer, on social media timelines, in conversations between fans, and in growing global expectations. This departure is not the end, but rather the beginning of a series of stories that have not yet been revealed. And when one day the first photos from Switzerland or Vietnam finally appear, all will return at one moment. Last 30 minutes at Incheon Airport. A brief moment that turns out to be the starting point of the next big story. Until then, the world can only wait. Because if Jungkook and Jimin are already on the air, the big surprise is usually just counting the time. And it's at this point that the story is supposed to end, and yet it feels unfinished. From behind the window of the plane that is now crossing the continent, Jungkook and Jimin may only see a small expanse of clouds and city lights. Yet down there, millions of pairs of eyes are still awake, following every possibility with the same hope, waiting for something extraordinary. This departure leaves an empty space full of meaning. The airport was quiet again, but the echoes of that moment still live in the memory. Their footsteps in Incheon have been lost, but their impact continues to walk, spread, and grow into an unstoppable global conversation. There was no official announcement, no confirmation, and it is precisely in silence that the power of this story resides. Because the world of BTS has always been built from small pieces that eventually coalesce into a big picture, something that is never simple and never ordinary. Switzerland and Vietnam are now not just destinations on the map. Both became symbols of new journeys, unopened chapters, and deliberately tightly kept surprises. Each hour that passes feels longer, as if time is slowing down, waiting for the right moment to reveal the next secret. And when this screen is later completely closed, one message will still be left behind. That behind every departure of Jungkook and Jimin, there is always a story being prepared. Not for today, maybe not for tomorrow, but for the exact moment when the world is ready to hear it. Until that day comes, the heavens will continue to bear witness. The army will wait, and the world will fall silent again, before being surprised again. End of news.